Player 2 has joined the game.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Two-Player Co-op Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Sean.
How we doing?
Fantastic. This is the first time you're ever seeing, hearing, or listening to us. This is the Two-Player Co-op Podcast. We're just about every week or other week or sometimes Derek.
What's
Two
up,
brothers
Derek?
get together to tell you everything you need to know about in the world of video games. If you like that, make sure you like the video, subscribe, share it with your friends, families, and everyone in betwixt. If you really like us, you can go to patreon.com/2playercoop, where we got a lot of different benefits for you people. Oh, yeah. But our most popular tier is the $5 producer tier, where you can watch us record the podcast live on YouTube as we are doing right now. Bonus episode every month, and you get the podcast live one day early if you miss the live recording. So feel this. So I got a new, because I didn't like, it's paper, but it's like,
I have one too.
my other one.
And I
That's
feel like
what
mine
I'm
is
saying.
mine is very like it's loud.
That's how my other one was, and it kind of like distorted the picture, and I was like, I mostly use this for watching YouTube.
But do you write on it at all?
Not yet. But I mean, when I've tested it, it still feels good.
This new one.
Yeah. My pen's over
Well, there's
there
a
if you want to
paper
grab it.
like there's a paper like, not a sponsor, but it's like $50.
Oh, that's what I got. But
That's what
because
this one
I had
is?
leftover gift card money.
That's what this. Oh,
Well,
okay. See,
I think
I
it
got
is,
one.
but
I was
hold
like, I don't want to spend $50. This one was like
The original I got was
$12, which is
Omicron or something like that.
okay.
I got, yeah, this thing. Riveting podcast material here. This?
Open to sponsorship. Yeah, paper. That's
Yeah.
the one I saw. It was like $50, and I think it's like a 2-pack. I'm like, I only need one. I don't want to. If I could pay $25 for one, I'd probably be okay with it. I don't want to pay $50 for two when I'm only going to use one. So I got the cheaper one, but yeah, it's.
Does it distort the picture? That was the big thing. I didn't even.
I don't know
care
if I'd
about
say
the feel.
distort. It looks a little less than like. I mean, I don't know. For what I use it for, it's fine. If I was
Yeah.
watching a movie, I might be like, this kind of just looks like it has a haze over everything. Yeah,
Like you need to get your eyes checked. Or something.
yeah, but I don't know. I guess that's what you get for getting the cheap one.
Some of our patrons deserve a shout out. Just like our patron saint, the man with a bar named after him, Mr. John Tingley. Also, our affiliates, Derek Bamford, James Solar, Checkout Games, and more.
Check out games.
and more. I started thinking, check out James Games and more and the Nintendo Report on YouTube. That's what I was trying to think of what to say that wasn't written down, and it was like, you got something on your nose. You got like a little white. There, it's gone. It fell. It was like dead skin. Dead cells.
Dead cells.
Castlevania's gonna be awesome. And Mom. Also our producers, Steve Appleton, Aunt Sue, and Dustin Downs. If you like cool t-shirts and the like, you can always go to teespring.com/stores/ two-player co-op. Crazy week in news. I'm just going to say up front, we're not doing a wrap-up because there was not a lot other than the big stuff. There was a couple little things I want to get to first. So, Sean, do you have any witty banter that you would like to banter about? Before we get into the
I have a story that I've thought about telling on the podcast, but I'm going to let not the cat out of the bag. I'm going to be up front and say that this actually happened. Well, no, it is funny, but I don't know. I think it's funny, but it happened a long time ago. So I'm not going to pretend like it just happened. But what I don't know is if I ever told the story on the podcast. If I did, I told it a long time ago, so hopefully nobody remembers. If I've told the story before, tell me. Because something made me think of this the other day. Oh, I know. When I'm at work, I've gotten pretty good at learning the schedule of when the janitors
yes.
clean the bathroom. And when
Oh, wait, no. I was thinking of your Taco Bell. You're walking through the warehouse and it's like, boom.
Yeah, there's that too. But I've gotten pretty good at knowing at what times they clean the restrooms.
Pooping?
Well, more just, I hate walking over there just to see they got the yellow thing up and they're blocking it. I'm like, but what I really hate This is kind of unrelated, but I've already started now. When I go in there, none of our janitorial people speak much English. And they're also all women, which makes it very weird. Like, sometimes they'll like knock on the restroom door. And it's like there's like 4 stalls and 3 urinals. So they'll like do a quick knock.
You're like, yeah. Like, what do I say?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm pooping.
Like, yeah, somebody's in here.
I usually just say, yep. You know, I just try to make a noise. But then, I don't know. It's always awkward. But anyways, that's not what happened.
The cleaning person is always there when Derek's got to go.
But I try to avoid those times.
Yeah.
They clean it at like 7:30, 10:30, 12:30, 2:30.
Jeez.
So if it's like 2:15 and I got to poop, I'm like, I'm going to hold it for another 20 minutes. I'm not going in there now. That's not what happened. But what did happen, I was pooping. And
you know how I do. You know how I be.
I'm trying to think of how it all played out. But somebody came in and they didn't knock. So I'm like, okay, well, at least it's not a janitor. Maybe it's somebody else just got to go to the bathroom. And then I start hearing a lot of noise and it starts coming to me that I'm like, oh, this is like maintenance. They're doing something with the sink. And I'm like, I don't know if he knows that I'm in here.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, I'm not trying to be quiet, but I also don't want to be like,
yeah.
yes. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And anyways, he starts working on the sink. Like I do one of these. I can see him and he's like on his back under the sink doing something. I'm like,
oh God, I hope you didn't make eye contact.
no, I didn't.
Okay.
He didn't see me.
Okay.
But I'm like, I don't know if he knows I'm in here. And I also have no idea how long he's going to be. I don't know what issue it is that he's trying to fix, but I'm like, I'm just going to sit tight. This probably won't take too long. And then it got to the point, it had been probably a good 10 or 15 minutes since he came in. And I'm like, I'm committed now. Because now if I come out, it's going to be weird because...
like, he's going to be like, woo, you were in there a while.
Yes, like, why were you in here? Why didn't you say something while I've been in here working? Or it was, wow, that must have been a really big one.
So
I'm like,
one big pile of
I'm like, I guess I'm committed, so I'm going to stay put.
You can't feel your legs.
And then it got to where it was like 20 or 30 minutes, and I'm starting to think, this guy might be in here for hours. I don't know what he's doing. And so eventually I'm like, I got to cut my losses. And I left. So
did you like run out, not wash your hands or anything?
No, I did the whole procedure, but sure enough, the guy's like, oh, sorry, I didn't know you were in here. Also, he had the door propped open, I guess to keep other people from coming in.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's not like you could see into the stall or anything, but I'm like, I do want to get out of here quickly. Like this guy, he knows I'm here now. But what I don't want to happen is to have like somebody walk by and see me in there just washing my hands while he's doing his work. I'm like, why would Sean go in there to poop while this guy's
you really
working?
had to take a shit, didn't you?
Right. So that's kind of the end of the story. Nothing else really happened, but I thought it was just kind of funny. But I didn't know what to do. I took a chance. I assumed this was going to be a quick 5-10 minute job. What he was doing, not what I was doing. And I guessed wrong because he was in there at least a half hour and it was kind of awkward.
It's like what happens to me if I'm ever, and now I pretty much just order groceries every weekend. And if I don't, I'm to the point now where unless I've got like 20 or more things, I'm just going self-checkout. But back in the day when I would be like, okay, I'm getting ready to check out. There's 3 people here. There's 2 people there. But let me eyeball this. Are these people old? Maybe they're going to use a check or not. How many things do they have? How many things do they have? It doesn't matter what analysis I did.
It's always wrong.
It's always wrong.
Yeah.
You were wrong.
I was wrong. But live and learn. I didn't really learn anything because I don't know what I would do differently in the future. I would probably just clear my throat. As soon as I heard him come in, I'd probably just make an inconspicuous noise.
Like
to let him know I'm in. That's the thing. I was done pooping. The pooping was done. I was just chilling on my phone. I'm like, oh, well, let's see if I can wait this guy out. But I
You could not. All of a sudden, you're 20 minutes late to a meeting. Has anybody seen Sean? I don't know. He's not on Teams.
Oh, gosh. Bathroom stuff is funny.
Well, that's this.
That's all my witty banter.
This week's edition of the Poopcast. A couple quick things here before we get into what we've been playing. So there was a Bloomberg report last week. I think it came out like right after, like the day after we recorded, I think. But it all just boils down to this. Quote, Sony Group Corporation is now considering pushing back the debut of its next PlayStation console to 2028 or even 2029. Now, this is a report. Sony's not confirmed anything. They haven't even said that the PS6... Well, they have talked about next generation hardware a little bit, I think. But Nintendo also, according to this report from Bloomberg, is looking at raising the price of the Switch 2 later on in 2026. So that sucks. It is so weird that you have to think, like, if you don't have a PS5 or PS5 Pro or a Switch 2 or whatever... It's so weird that, like, you used to be able to just wait if you wanted to or if you could.
That's not a guarantee.
And you'd get it for cheaper. Now you wait. It's almost guaranteed you're going to pay more. Like
you almost just need to wait for a bundle at this point. Be like, I know I'm going to pay at least this much. I might as well wait till they come out with one that includes a game. And yeah.
Or if there's a GTA bundle or something. But I just have to say, I hope it's 2029.
I was going to say, I have no problem. 2027 was stupid. That should never even have been considered. 2028 seems... When did it come out?
2020.
PS5 came out in 2020?
That's
Oh, yeah, that was right during COVID.
Yeah.
7 years...
It's a life
7
cycle,
years
but,
seems reasonable.
Yeah.
But 2027 also seems way too soon. I think it should be 2028. If it comes out in 28, I'm okay with that. 29, I might be like, this is taking a long time. But 28, I would be okay. I would rather it be 29 than 27. I'll say that. But
yes.
28 seems like the sweet spot.
And again, I say I've got a PS5 Pro, so I feel like I can wait this whole PS6 thing out even longer. I know Derek said as soon as I got it, he's like, bro, you're going to be there day one. I'm like, yeah, probably.
I just can't imagine. I mean, I'll probably be there day one too, but I also can't imagine. I know we
say it every time, but
when the PS5 came out, we, with our direct line to Sony, kept saying, stop releasing games on the previous gen. Stop it.
So much for that.
But also, that was weird. Mm-hmm. I'm probably going to get a PS6 day one. Having said that, I don't understand what it could possibly be that would make that a wise decision. Because they will probably continue to put games on PS5. I mean, we are so, like, plateauing now. Like, I just can't imagine... Well, unless they do, like, a Switch kind of... Not literally a handheld thing, but, like...
Well, they're doing
the game.
They're doing a separate handheld report.
Well, yeah.
All but confirmed.
But unless they just do something that it's not just a stronger... more powerful, faster, whatever PlayStation, unless they do something different, there's no need to give that day one. I probably will,
yeah,
but there's just no need to. Like, things aren't, and you, even with the Pro, like, it'll be even less of a jump for you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and now remember, we're still getting this year at some point, Mark Cerny said they're going to debut the new PSSSSSR. Like, they're upscaling AI, whatever stuff that's supposed to be like a big time game changer. So if they're like, if that's going to allow me to just have, here's all I want is every game should just run at 4K 60. Now, I feel like that should have been possible on a PS5, not having to get a Pro. But I should just be able to have, with a Pro, I should be able to have 4K 60. And that's the only thing that I can think of for a PS6, because we've already got the SSDs. We've got the no load times. With a PS6, if it's just guaranteed 4K 60, if 1080p 30 this gen turns into 4K 60, with some games can do 4K 120 or 8K whatever. No one has an 8K TV. Like, just stop it. That's the only thing I can think of. Games can't look any. We can't. We have so much processing power.
One thing that I guarantee you will not do a single thing for me is if they start pushing 120. I cannot tell the difference. I would so much rather have. I mean, I don't know what you. If I could have 8K 60 or 4K 120.
I said that backwards. I meant 4K 30, 1080, 60.
Yeah. I would take. What was I going to say? I would take 8K 60 any day over 4K 120. Having said that, I will take 1080p 60. Like, to me, 30 to 60 is night and day.
Yeah.
I'm going with 60, even if it means 1080p.
That's what I worry about with GTA.
But for 120, I cannot tell the difference between 60 and 120. I can't.
No.
Give me the 8K 60 over 4K 120 if that was ever even going to be an option. But yeah, 120 does nothing for me.
I've seen Nick when he's been playing online on his PC, and like he'll have the thing running up in the corner that says like the FPS and stuff. And sometimes it's over like 200, and I'm like, this looks like 60 to me. So it's not even that I can't tell the difference with 120. I can't tell the difference with 240.
Yeah, it's like your brain has a 60 hertz refresh rate.
I think
so anything quicker than that,
24 hertz, like the film. I remember hearing that at some point. Whatever. Before you forget, go.
It's totally unrelated.
Okay, well then never mind. The other thing I was going to say, like, yes, the cross-gen next time is going to be even worse. Horizon, what was it called? Forbidden West? Was that a 23 game? God of War was 22. Did that and Horizon come out the same year?
God of War was 22?
God of War Ragnarok, I mean.
Right.
Sorry.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So Horizon must have been
23, right? It was the same year as Zelda. Oh, yeah, because it went up against...
Oh, it did. Yeah.
But it went up against Elden Ring, so it was 22. 23 was Tears of the Kingdom. So anyways, what I'm saying is we were a full 2 years into this generation, and we are playing God of War Ragnarok and Horizon 2 on PS4 also. You were, so you could get the double trophy. So yeah, I feel like we're going to be playing PS5 games at more than adequate quality 3 or 4 years into this, into the next generation.
Probably, yeah. But there's also no guarantee that I'll wait 3 or 4 years and get it cheaper, like you said.
Correct.
It might be more expensive 3 or 4 years later. So, I don't know. It's almost like, why not get it day one? When you can get more for your trade-in of your current gen. I don't know. I mean, I say all this. I'm almost 100% certain going to get it day one regardless. I can try to justify, does it really make sense or not? I kind of think it does. Even if I don't think it's worth it, I know I'm going to get it eventually. And there's no guarantee that I can wait and get it cheaper. So why not just get it now when I can get more trade in, so.
This is funny that we have dueling fingers. Mine's related.
Mine's unrelated.
If the other thing that's crazy about this, and I wonder what it means, because Tom, I forget his last name, but Tom from Moore's Laws did that. What? Tom DeLonge? No. Aliens are real. Tom from Moore's Law is dead, like he's been saying for a while now, and he's been dead on with a lot of his leaks and stuff like that. That what Sony is actually shooting for with the PS6, just because before all this RAM stuff happened, the PS6, they were going to be targeting a lower price than the PS5 Pro because it's getting so much easier to manufacture, and wafers keep getting smaller and smaller, so you can get more RAM out of different honeycomb, whatever things. Whereas if they were to release it in 27, I think that plan probably goes out the window. Now, with it being 29, do we get through this RAM thing? Does that allow them to drop the price again? Whatever. What's funny on your finger?
Well, what's funny is you talk about wafers and then you talk about honeycomb, and they're both food.
I know. That's wafers are a thing.
Oh, is honeycomb not?
No, I don't know.
I thought maybe honeycomb was also a term that
I don't know if it is or not, but
okay.
So yeah, it can wait as long as it wants to, in my mind. Yes.
This unrelated, but when you started talking about GTA, it made me think of it. because for a while we've been talking about GTA 6. What we want is to be able to go into any building, blah, blah, blah. That's not going to happen. But I had a real life moment like that of just like, even just driving around town here. Do you ever drive? And it's different from houses. Houses, I can appreciate that every time you see a house, somebody lives there. I accept that and move on with my life. But do you ever drive past like buildings that are like companies you've never heard of, but it's like a big office building and you're like, who works there? Like, what if I went into that lobby? Is it just empty? No, it's probably a very nice building, nice decor, nice, like, it's probably really nice, but it's like, why? Who works it? Do you ever have these thoughts?
The closest thing to me is my whole everybody's actually an NPC. That's kind. I mean, it's related. I'm like, yeah. I can't see these people that I see like at church or at Kroger or whatever. It's like, are they still like? I mean, I know they are. I'm not saying I'm detached from reality, but it's like there's a part of my mind that's like they're just like NPCs in a game. It's like the Truman Show. Because all those people are actors, and you know what I mean. I have that thing, but so not specifically the building thing, but I have the whole NPC thing.
Okay. That was all. I started thinking about that I started thinking about that now. It was a thought I had the other day when we talked about GTA, because that's what I think of when I have that thought is like GTA, like being able to go into any building. But then I'm like, oh my God, real life, what is inside that building? It's probably not like I expect it almost.
You're going to fall through the map,
like Severance or like Office Space, just very.
I haven't watched Severance.
I've only watched like 2 episodes, but like just very like empty and gray and just like people wearing khakis and just like whatever. Space, yeah. But it's probably it's probably a lot of cool people that work there. They're probably very happy with their jobs, but it's like they go there every day and go into that office building and work. It just I don't know. It boggles my mind, and I don't have that with houses. It's not like I see houses. I do have something similar. If you're just driving through like a random small town, and then do you ever have the thought of like, who lives in this town?
How do people live here?
Yeah. But when I'm here, like in our town, every single house here, I'm like, I'm sure somebody lives there. Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? But it's different with like buildings and like places of employment. I don't know. It messes with my brain. So Wolverine.
So next up, Wolverine got a release date today. It's out September 15th.
No chance. I don't think.
Okay, so, but my thing is, and I think it was Ash that said in the Discord, like the original Kana came out in September. So that's kind of what I was thinking too, because that's coming out this year. They have to get everything either. You can't release anything after. Obviously like November 1st, but maybe even like mid-October, like for any kind of a sizable game or anything, because at that point you're a month away from GTA, which I fully believe this time they're hitting that date. The fact that they've put this date out here is like, it's almost like they've built in a potential 1 month delay.
It does seem kind of strange that randomly out of the blue in February, they'd be like, this game is coming out in 7 months on this specific date. When nobody was asking for it. And everybody was kind of wondering, but not even at a big show, just a random tweet. Hey, this is coming out September 15th. So that does kind of make me think they feel pretty good about that date to just throw it out there unwarranted.
Unfettered.
Like just, anyways, guess what? It's coming out September 15th. Crap. No, it's not. Like, I don't know. I forgot about the whole GTA effect. So maybe it will, because if you delay it,
it either has to come out then or
unless GTA gets delayed,
there's no way.
Then they can be like, okay, whew.
At this point, there's no way. But like, yeah, we've seen 2 trailers. We got the original reveal trailer in 21, where it's Wolverine from behind at the bar, and then we got that new trailer last year. I don't even remember if that was Summer Game Fest or
I don't remember what that was at.
Or I think it was a State of Play, but either way, and that looked awesome. We've only officially seen this game twice. Now, of course, all the crap leaked and all that. I don't know. It's almost like they said it wasn't going to be at the last State of Play. So that was good. And also, it would be nice for a video game company to release a game without showing everything for said game.
Right. Like I feel like we know nothing about this game. We know basically what it looks like, but we don't know what's the story, who's the bad guy. Like we don't really know anything, and I kind of want to keep it that way. Obviously, you have to show some stuff, but like
unlike Resident Evil Requiem, where I feel like
still don't. I've avoided.
I got spoiled. I haven't seen the actual game, and Capcom said they're going after people hardcore. Like if you post it, you're going to lose your channel basically if you post it.
What I think they'll probably do, because they've done it already in the past. That's what already means. It'll be similar to Spider-Man. Like when Spider-Man came out, it's like, ooh, Mr. Negative. And it's like,
yeah.
No. I mean, I think a lot of people probably figured there's no way that's the main bad guy, but that's kind of how they were pitching it. I feel like we'll get something similar. I don't know if they'll give us Sabretooth. They'll give us somebody that's like, here's your...
Isn't it Omega Red? Did they show Omega Red or something?
Oh, I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I feel like they'll give us something as like, here's the bad guy. And then they'll come in and it'll be something else.
It'll be Magneto.
Maybe, yeah.
And the X-Men. You actually play as every X-Man in this.
This is called Wolverine.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it.
Wolverine, X-Men. All right, Sean. What have you been playing?
I haven't played...
So last time you hadn't beaten it yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We talked about that at Gymnastics. But.
So, yeah, I did beat Clair Obscur. I wasn't really worried about it, but it stuck the landing. It never really... I feel... If you gave me Truth Serum, I'd probably say this would have been my game of the year last year.
Over Silk Song.
But I'm also like, no Truth Serum, I don't know that I want to put it above Silk Song, even though it probably would be. It was amazing. I had to read the Wikipedia to figure out and watch a video that I still haven't finished to get the whole storyline, all the stuff explained. But it's awesome. I haven't touched it since I beat it. Okay. There's a lot of stuff I want to do, but I'm also like, I don't know that I want to do it now. Like, I could honestly see going back to it someday. I want to do some research into what New Game Plus is. Do they upscale all the enemies, or can I just rip everybody to shreds easily? If it's the latter, I could see doing another run through and getting the platinum.
I think it is.
That?
The latter, yeah.
Okay. I could see getting the platinum. I love this game. I gotta turn. No spoilers.
John Tingley.
But I mean, it lived up to the hype. It's amazing. Great ending. I'm hoping we get a sequel. I'm sure we will. There's no way they could put that out and then just be like, yeah, we're moving on to something else.
See, but I've seen some people that basically make it sound like they've said they're going to make more games in the world of Clair Obscur, but I've also seen people say that they've said that they want to make more game. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I've played.
I kind of played a lot. So I finished off Chained Echoes. You have got to play this game.
I will. I don't know when.
The platinum took me 60 hours. I am a full-on JRPG dork. So it's...
I think Clair Obscur, I think I ended at like 44, 45 hours. Mm-hmm. So I didn't get the platinum.
Yeah. Well, and I do think when I went back and looked at this, I think I probably had this platinum take about 10 hours longer than it should have, because I wasn't paying attention, or I didn't really look at any of the... I looked at the trophies, so like I knew I had to fill out the reward board that I was telling you about and that kind of stuff.
Reward board.
It's just fun to say. But I never looked at like... I don't know why I didn't look at the reward board while like... Because every area has like 10, 12 things you got to do. And it's like, I could have and should have been checking these things off when I get to these areas. When I feel like I'm leveled up enough.
Probably should have, but short.
So I think I added a lot of time onto this that it didn't need to. But long story short, This game is amazing. I loved it. I loved every second of it. I loved the I died to the final boss a couple of times, but then I was like, you know what? Wait a minute. I'm going to go back and I'm going to get, because I haven't gotten any of the ultimate weapons yet, like level 10. Remember, like I was showing you the star rankings and stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten the level 10 weapons. I haven't even gone into this whole crystal system where you're finding these crystals and you can combine them to like raise your HP or do this and you can get them leveled up and stuff. I haven't done any of that. I don't even know if I've got
So
the
you can get the
best
platinum
armors.
with just not doing everything, it seems like.
Oh no, you basically have to do everything. What I'm saying is, even if I've beaten the guy, I still would have had to go back and get all the ultimate weapons and do the reward board and all this stuff. But I was like, well, I've already died twice at this final boss and it's like a 3 or 4 phase fight. And I was like, the next time I do this, I want to beat it. And I did, because my party was fully leveled up. I had all the ultimate weapons. Like I couldn't have been any better than I was. And then I did the super boss after that, like the optional boss, which was easier than the they called it the ultimate boss, I think was the trophy. But he was easier than the end boss. And again, my streak of crappy screenshots for platinums continues because it's just the reward board.
The reward board.
And I was like, whatever. But the reason I got worried that, because that was the last trophy I had, obviously. And I did the last thing on there, which was beating the ultimate boss. And I beat the ultimate boss and I got the trophy for that. Okay. Where's the trophy for the reward board? There's no trophy. I go, okay, maybe I got to go into the reward board and I have to like push square to accept my rewards and then I'll get the trophy. So I do that again. No trophy. I'm like, bro, I am 60 hours into this. If I'm going to be one trophy short because of some stupid glitch. So then I'm looking at every single thing on the reward board, because if you haven't accepted the reward yet, there's like a little red, circle thing. There's nothing there. I start Googling and I'm seeing things about reward board glitch and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, what have I done? Turns out all I had to do was save, exit, go back in, look at the reward board, trophy pops.
Okay.
So I lucked out, but there was about 5 minutes there when I'm like, you got to be kidding me. It wouldn't have soured the game because I love the game. It's an amazing turn-based RPG. It does make me finally want to go back and play Chrono Trigger. I just don't even know the best way to play it. It's like the best version is the DS version, supposedly, but like...
I don't know anything about the DS version.
I guess I could emulate it. But like it's not on the SNES Classic. I could play it on my Pi, wherever that is.
Yeah. It's not easy.
No.
And I think you would ruin it by overusing like the rewind or save states. But there's also times where you might be glad you have it. It's not easy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe you're just really good. I don't know. Maybe you're just really good at them now.
But also remember the stupid NVIDIA leak from like 4 or 5 years ago? Chrono Trigger Remake was in there.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't make that up. And everything else has come out. Like Final Fantasy Tactics Remake finally came out. Like everything else that was in there has come out. I don't know. I'll probably wait for that. But yeah, so I got that platinum. I went back. I haven't really played Sons of Sparta. I do have to say that.
I've and I hate it because I feel like I'm just falling prey to the reviews, which have been so-so, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't know when I'll play it. It's kind of like the odd man out because I don't have time now and Resident Evil's coming. So
I bought it day one because I was like, and that's why they did it the way that's why you do a shadow drop.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm playing it and I'm like, part of me wants to beat it and everything just to be like, you're an idiot, Jaffe. Shut the hell up, you bitter old man. I did kind of, once I listened to what him and Colin were talking about, I was like, I do kind of get where he's coming from. But my main problem with it was Colin's biggest problem, and it's my biggest or second biggest problem, is the fact that you cannot use the D-pad in a 2D Metroidvania is insane. I don't like when I'm having to use the stick and it's like there's an enemy above me and I'm trying to go, but he keeps instead going, I'm like, God, the spear is just kind of a boring weapon. But my biggest problem is that remember how I said I don't know what the game is about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when is the story going to happen? I'm 6, 7, 8 hours in, whatever. Oh, I did it. Damn it. 7 or 8 hours in. And I don't, other than like running around and just doing these little quests, I don't know what the story is about. But for a game that hasn't had much story so far, these two don't shut the hell up. Kratos and Deimos. It's like every few screens, it's like I walk into a screen and I see Deimos sitting there. I'm like, motherfucker, okay. He's going to walk up to him and they're going to talk for like a minute or 2 minutes about nothing and what we should do and go deeper into the forest and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, just shut up. Just shut up. So I haven't gone back to it.
I think my bigger issue with Jaffe is he seems to be against the idea of the game. I understand maybe it's not the best Metroidvania.
It's definitely
whatever. And if you want to just say it's not that great of a game, okay. But for him to just be like, nobody wanted this, blah blah, like, I can't stand it.
Yeah,
it may not be a very good game, but to just be like, I can't believe, look what they turned God of War into, like, that's stupid.
And Colin was saying, and I agree with him. And Jaffe also thinks it's ugly. I was like, it's not ugly. Like,
I don't think it's ugly.
Like I said, once you get out of that first area where I was like saying how it's all just tan and brown and stuff, once you get into the other biomes, it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
But I love the idea of seeing Kratos as a 14 or 15-year-old. I loved Deimos when he was in Ghost of Sparta and that amazing story and heartbreaking story of that. So I love seeing the two of them together. But it's like it's like something's just not clicking. Like the combat isn't that great. I still don't have a double jump after 8 hours or whatever. So that's annoying the shit out of me. I've got the long jump thing that you saw. But I'm like, I guess I just need to Google play Rayman. James? No. That it's like, what was I saying? Oh, I feel like it's out long enough now that there should be guides like on IGN or whatever that I just want to know, like, is there a freaking double jump or not? Because if there isn't, I am done. I might even be done now. I don't know. But I feel like because of Jaffe and because I spent $40 on it, I want to finish it.
Oh, it's 40? I thought it was 30.
Well, because I got the stupid digital deluxe for some reason, so I can get like a spear tip to start with or whatever for 10 extra friggin' dollars. Idiot. So there's that. I did play 2 other games. One of them I like a lot more. One of them I figured out my issue with. So, did you see what I said in the Discord about Mina?
Yeah, I was going to reply, but it was too much.
So here's my thing. So I played the Mina the Hollower demo on PlayStation, and I don't remember a lot of playing it on Switch, but I do think it's the same demo.
Okay.
Because it starts at the beginning. You know, you're on the ship, you get attacked. She goes down. I keep saying, I wanting to say he, but it's a she. I don't want to misgender the rabbit. The fucking rabbit. The mouse. The hollower. What's a hollower?
One who hollows.
The hollowing is my problem with this game. So I was like, maybe last time it was because I chose the whip, and I like that it's long, but I don't like how long it takes to use it. So instead, I'm going to do the 2 swords, and it's like, I'm like, okay, cool. I like that. But my instinct is like, she doesn't have a sword. So I've got 2 instincts and neither of them are happening. I feel like I should be able to hold L2 or L1 or something and just get a shield up. Can't do that. I feel like I should be able to hit circle to just roll out of the way or dodge or dash, whatever. Just do something to get out of the way. But I can't. Circle is heal. Also, the healing thing is weird because it's like, I finally figured, they don't really explain it in the game, but so you've got your life bar. It's going down, like red is your life and it's going down. And sometimes the yellow will stick around. I don't know what determines that. Maybe it's like if you beat up enemies after you take damage or something, but the yellow is how much you can refill your health. So I'm getting to the first boss and I'm getting my ass kicked. But for some reason, even though I have 3 heals, I'm like, drinking it and nothing's happening because the stupid yellow bar isn't there. So why do I even have the healing things if I don't have yellow to fill up my health bar?
Oh, see, I don't even remember that.
Fucking annoying. But the most annoying thing is, and I can't believe I'm this annoyed at a yacht club game. I'm to the point now where I don't even know if I'm going to buy this game, which I never thought I would have said. The fact I figured out what my main issue is, and it's the fact that there is no dodge, there's no roll. Oh, Kevin, that's what the hollowing is for. Great. That makes sense if she would just dive into the fucking ground without jumping in the air first. It's like you have to almost dodge a half a second before you should, because as the boss is coming at me, like he does this, that means he's about to attack. And then I'm like,
You got to already be
I have to already be jumping so I can get in the stupid ground.
before he follows.
But then it's also like, can I hollow under him or do I get stuck on him? If I hollow into him, does that do damage? The hollowing thing is driving me friggin' nuts. And
All I remember playing the demo and just being like, this is okay, but something's not really clicking. And then there was something, I think, a decent amount into it. Can you jump in this game?
yeah,
Okay. Then there's a part where you have to jump, but you can't just jump. You have to do like some weird
you do the
super
hollow
jump out of the hollow.
to get to the thing that's
And it's
more
like you
than
need
like
to
2
know,
blocks
like,
away.
I got to jump from here over this gap to here. So I got to back up and I got to run, but I got to make sure I hollow it just the right time so that it comes back out really close to the edge so I can make it over. And I feel like every time I did it, I was just like, I don't even remember how it controls, but I remember always feeling like I'm like, all right, hollow and just pushing like every button. Just, I don't know, whenever you come out of the ground, just hurry up and jump. Like I didn't know
like
how
if I
it really
get to
controlled.
a cliff, does it automatically jump?
I don't think
or is
so.
it because I'm letting go of the X?
That's
when
what I'm
doing
saying.
the thing?
I don't think it automatically jumps. So I feel like I never really got the full grasp of it. And I was always just like mashing the buttons and be like, get on the ground and jump, like having to like time it. And that was my biggest issue. The game as a whole didn't really click with me, but that's the one thing that I remember from the demo is this weird hollowing super jump thing to get over the bigger gaps.
Yeah.
Did not like
It's
it.
basically if you've got a gap that's more than like 1 block,
Yeah.
you have to do the hollow jump thing.
Yeah.
But to do that, you have to jump. Like,
Right.
That's the thing. Like you said, is there a jump button? Yes. The jump button is the hollow button. That's what pisses me off. You click X to jump. You also have to hold X after you jump to go down and do that. And then there's other times where I'm like, I thought I was just jumping. I didn't feel like I held the X button down, but it's like I jump from like land to a floating thing and I jump. And then he's like, I'm like, jeez, get up out of the freaking ground, you idiot. I just wanted you to jump. I don't know.
I feel like with all the other stuff coming this year, I'm kind of with you where I feel like this may just kind of fall by the wayside. I don't know. As of right now, I'm not compelled to get it.
Y'all aren't really selling me on the Mina demo. I know. I expected to love this game. And remember when I talked about it the first time a few months ago, I was like, it's probably because I picked the wrong weapon and I was using the crappy Switch controller. It was before I got my 8-bit dough, I think. So that's what's wrong with it. No, I'm playing it on my favorite system with my favorite controller, and it's not that. It's the hollowing. And
Yeah.
sounds like the name of a scary movie, The Hollowing. But
Halloween.
oh Jesus, I did say that, didn't I? Yeah. And there's nothing you can do to fix it because
Wait, isn't that also like a Dark Souls thing? Can't you hollow or unhollow? Or
talking
Elden
to the
Ring?
wrong guy.
One of those FromSoft games you can like hollow or unhollow or something, I think. Hollow.
Jerry.
Hello.
So I don't know. I don't think I'm going to buy it right now. And the stupid healing thing. I can't beat the boss because like I just cannot dodge his attacks. And it might be a thing where now if I go back, although now I'm getting myself riled up, I'm thinking I won't be as frustrated, but I'm like, no, I'm probably going to be as frustrated. And also the save point isn't like right in front of the boss. So there's a little bit of a run back, whatever it's called. I don't know, man.
Rundown.
Yeah. But I did play another game, and it's one I sent in the Discord that I didn't know was even a thing until actually Jaffe was talking about it with Colin last week when I was trying to figure out what his deal is with Sons of Sparta. And that's called Under the Island. It is a top-down Zelda-like, and I like it a lot better than Mina so far. So you play as a girl. I don't remember what her name is, but it's like 16-bit pixel art graphics. It's you and your mom and your dad. And your mom and your dad, she's all bummed out because you're going. It's very kind of like Earthbound-ish, even though I've never played Earthbound. But from what I know about it, or Star Tropics. So you move to this island because her parents are two researchers and stuff. She's bummed that you're going to this island because she's moving away from her friends and everything. And they're like, well, we're geologists. We have to study rocks or whatever. I don't even know. It doesn't matter. And then you get there and it's like, you're supposed to walk around and there's lots of weird things that have been happening around this island and blah, blah, blah. And then you meet somebody and they're like, yeah, this is our shrine to the shell gods or something like that, but don't ever touch it. And then she touches it. It's like, why would you touch it? You don't triple stamp or double stamp. And then because she touches it, it's like, and they fall under the island. And then you're looking around, you get your hockey stick as a weapon. I will say, minor spoiler, but what happens when you get you get your hockey stick, like you would think, out of a treasure box. But what's hilarious is, do you want me to tell you?
Does she play hockey?
I don't
or is it just like, is it a coincidence that, oh my God, there's a hockey stick. That's perfect. I know how to use this. Or is it like,
no,
what am I going to do with a hockey stick?
There's a note in there that just says,
it's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Almost, but it's like,
it's not safe out there.
No. It's just somebody basically saying, sorry, bro, I really wanted this sword. It looks kind of cool. So here, I left a hockey stick instead.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, I appreciate that. Like you expected it to be a sword. It's not a sword. So I'm at the end of the second dungeon now. I'm at the boss. Died a few times. It's just really fun. It's not like the best. I don't know if I would say it's like better than Blossom Tales. It's probably not going to end up being better than what's it called? That's coming out this year. Elliot. Adventures Elliot. But it's it's exactly what I want more of. Is good top-down Zelda games. Like we're swimming in Metroidvanias. We should be swimming in top-down Zelda likes. The only thing I didn't like at first was she moves really slow. Within like 15 or 20 minutes, you get like your Pegasus boots, basically. So you hold R2 and you run.
Was there another game, or am I just thinking of this, that you randomly found out about recently? And I don't know if it's something that's out.
Yes, it was that Paper Mario like.
That's what I was thinking of. But that's not out yet?
It is. It came out last month.
Oh.
That's another one I want to get to. I can't even remember the name of it now. Oh, Escape from Ever After. It looks amazing. Yeah. But yeah, so and it's like Zelda where you find heart pieces, but they're heart coins in this. And then you find other things like, at first I thought there was going to be a crafting system because you're finding all these like logs and some honey pots and stuff like this, but it's not crafting. What I found out is there's a guy in like the main like Kakariko village thing where if you go over there, he can upgrade your hockey stick to do more damage or whatever. And it's like, oh, okay, I just need 7 logs and 3 honey pots or whatever. And I don't have enough honey pots. So I'm like, damn it, I need another honey pot.
Never enough honey pots.
But there's heart coins instead of heart pieces. But still, if you collect 4 heart coins, you can go to this other guy in the village and at his gym, his name is M. Ussel. So like muscles, but you give him heart coins and then you get an extra heart of your life. It's just really fun. I don't have a shield yet. You have your main attack and then you've got two items that you can equip, and it plays better than Mina. I think it looks better. The other thing with Mina is like, I get it that they're going for the Game Boy aesthetic and everything, but the Game Boy aesthetic on a 65-inch TV, it's like, man, these are some big ass
pixels
sprites.
Are like 1-inch squares.
Yes. I don't know. This is definitely. I think you should definitely play this game. At least watch some reviews or watch some gameplay and stuff up.
Yeah.
It's not until I got to the second boss, I thought it was like as easy as A Link Between Worlds. Now I don't think that anymore because I've been getting my ass kicked. But now I know what I need to do. And you get different power-ups and stuff that like... So I don't have a boomerang, but you do get... You find bombs. There are cracked walls that you can clearly see and blow. I'm like, it just makes me happy that those are there. And then you also get these like animal, like dog treat things. I'm like, what the hell? And then I remembered, I've seen sheep around and stuff, but like, so now there's like some puzzles where there's a big ass like yak and he is behind a wall. So you got to hit, and I'm finding these switches where I'm like, I can't like pick up a pot and put it on the switch, but I have to have the switch held down so I can get to that door because it only says open.
A treat to get him to move to the switch.
Exactly. Little things like that. Like you got, it's just a really, really good top-down Zelda like that I think you of all people should definitely play.
How much?
$20. It's on sale for $17.
Ooh.
Or it was. I don't know if it still is at launch, but
yeah, I might check that out.
All right, Sean, let's get to the news of the week. What the hell is going on? Bluepoint was shut down on Thursday by Sony. This comes from VGC. PlayStation is closing Demon's Souls remake studio Bluepoint Games 5 years after it bought the developer. A Sony spokesperson told Bloomberg that around 70 employees will lose their jobs and claimed that the decision was made, quote, following a recent business review, end quote. Bluepoint Games is an incredibly talented team, and their technical expertise has delivered exceptional experiences for the PlayStation community, the spokesperson said. We thank them for their passion, creativity, and craftsmanship. Also kick rocks. Like, I hate these stupid statements where it's like...
I know.
Sony Interactive Entertainment acquired the Austin, Texas-based studio in 2021 following multiple collaborations, including the God of War Collection, Metal Gear Solid HD Collection, Echo and Shadow of the Colossus Collection, Uncharted the Nathan Drake Collection, Gravity Rush Remastered, and most recently the 2025... they didn't leave... Also, they didn't say it here. I'm going to say the Shadow of the Colossus remake. And then the 2020 remake of Demon's Souls, which still might be the best looking game.
It's beautiful
on PS5. However, it was revealed last year that Sony had canceled a live service game in development at Bluepoint as part of the platform holder's attempted push into that space, which was said to have been based on the God of War series. In a message posted on Reset Era, PlayStation Studios boss Herman Hulse said the decision to close Bluepoint was made due to, quote, an increasingly challenging industry environment. Rising development costs, slowed industry growth, changing player behavior, and broader economic headwinds are blah, 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 blah. I'm not reading all this bullshit. While I know this is hard news to hear, I'm confident in the direction we're headed. Creativity, innovation, and building unforgettable experiences for players remain at the heart of PlayStation Studios. Last year, Bluepoint began hiring for a third-person action game. When Sony announced the acquisition of the studio in 2021, Bluepoint president Marco Thrush said it was, quote, working on original content, end quote, and that it was, quote, the next step in the evolution for us, end quote. Following initial reports that had canceled Bluepoint and Ben's live service games last year, Sony spokesperson stated that neither studio would be closed down as a result of those cancellations. Bluepoint is the fourth studio PlayStation has shut down in recent years, following Neon Koi, London Studio, and Firewalk closures in 2024. What the... This was the one... I was... What did you think when you saw this? I could not
couldn't believe it. I feel like Bluepoint was the one... Now, granted, they didn't do anything once Sony bought them, but like... They just never missed. And you can't say that about... I mean, I guess the big ones. You got your Santa Monica and Insomniac and... But like... I don't know. We never did figure out. Wasn't it Bluepoint? Was it Bluepoint that did the cryptic?
Where they teased
and I guess it was just a whole bunch
Metal
of
Gear
nothing.
And yeah.
I was going to say we never found out what that was about. I think it was about nothing. But like, I don't know. It sucks.
What? We made fun of Jim Ryan to no end. Hello, gamers. We made fun of him nonstop. What the fuck what is Herman Hulst doing? What has he accomplished since he took over after Jim Ryan? Like, you, and I've heard some people, like even Jaffe was saying, like trying to rationalize it. Well, maybe it was actually Bluepoint, and this could be true. We don't know anything. I'm sure Schreier is working behind the scenes to get stories out and everything. But like, we don't know that Bluepoint didn't just pitch that they wanted to do a God of War live service game because they had the experience from working on Ragnarok as a support studio to get that out the door. But even if that's what they did and they pitched like, hey, I know you guys are really into live service now. I guess what if we did a live service God of War game? As Herman Hulst, as the head of PlayStation Studios, you go, no, man, what the fuck are you talking about? We get you guys to remake awesome games. Make awesome remakes of awesome games. No. Go make the God of War trilogy. Or whatever. Like,
yeah.
How do you take this team and put them on a multiplayer live service God of War game?
I don't know.
Naughty Dog should have been closed instead. Hell yeah. Fucking Last of Us 2. No, but that is the other thing. Like, Haven Studios is still open. I'm going to guess Fair Games is probably not coming out, but they're still open. Media Molecule did Dreams after working on it for like 10 years. And then they couldn't even sell enough. Remember when they did like the weird pre-order? Like you had to reserve a key to be able to play the game. And like they didn't even sell out of those pre-orders. Like no one gave a shit about Dreams. It was a great idea. But they get, I don't want to fire, I don't want people to lose their jobs. But like if you had to cut something, and Sony Bend hasn't made a game since 2019 with stupid Days Gone. You didn't let them do a sequel. You canceled whatever they were working on as well. What are they working on now? Maybe they're working on an Uncharted game or something like that. Who knows? But like, why was it Bluepoint?
Yeah, of all the ones to shut down, Bluepoint would have been very, very low on the list.
Just think about how many, like, because obviously they started out doing the Metal Gear collection. I forgot there was even an ICO or Eco, however you say it, and Shadow of the Colossus collection. I knew they did Gravity Rush Remastered, and that was the start of them not just like, oh, I guess that was a remaster, but I mean, it was more than just a remaster. But once they did the Shadow of the Colossus remake, that game blew me away. And then 2 years later, PS5 launch. Here's Demon's Souls Remake. A game that is amazing.
Yeah.
That I will not platinum or ever. It was so funny when I went back to try to play it after I was doing like Shadow of the Erdtree. I was like, oh, I suck at this game.
Did you beat it?
Yeah.
You did? Okay. I couldn't remember.
I had to. I think you helped me you definitely helped me with some of the bosses.
Yeah.
It was that one like fire gorilla thing that was really pissing me off.
I could never
do
beat
the poison thing or whatever, but I couldn't get it to work.
Yeah. Yeah, it just sucks that like they made that. And then now granted, the source material was there. It was a great but old game.
Really rough. Yeah.
But they made it, I mean, it's still a very flawed game. Like the whole, like they made the right choice when they went to Dark Souls and said, it's just all one open continuous world. Not like, I'm going to go here. Okay, I'm going to come back. I'm going to go to that one.
I'm going to go in that
I'm gonna come
mirror
back
now. Yeah.
But they still turned that. There's something about that game that like Demon's Souls, even the Demon's Souls remake, probably not better than Elden Ring. Probably not better than Dark Souls 3. Maybe Dark Souls 1. I don't know. I don't know about Bloodborne. But like, there's something just special about it. And maybe it's because it was a launch title. Maybe it was just really pretty. There's something about the world. I don't know, but like to me, there's something special about that game, even though it should have been very flawed. And I thought they nailed it. And now they'll never do anything else.
The only thing I can help, and they did say also, it wasn't in that article, but it was somewhere else I read, that they are trying to get some of the people to other studios and stuff. But it's like, PlayStation doesn't have anything else in Texas. So like, what, you're going to tell people they can move to Bend, Oregon, or they can move to California? That's great, going from the cost of living in Texas to California and go work
Austin.
at Naughty Dog or Santa Monica, whatever. But still, I'm saying there's no income tax in Texas.
Yeah.
What I've seen some people saying is, you never know that they might just stick together, form a new studio, get capital from some private
get bought by Sony, then get shut down.
Bungie, they spent $3 billion on that. That's the worst.
Yep.
I don't know what is going on. It is so annoying. Also, so on Friday, so that happened Thursday. Then Friday, Xbox said, LOL, hold my beer. This comes from IGN. I love Ryan McCaffrey, even though I don't really care about Xbox. I love Ryan, and it was cool to see that he broke this story. Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer, who has been at Microsoft since he joined as an intern in 1988, and with Xbox since the software giant launched its first console in 2001, is retiring. Sources familiar with the matter who are not authorized to speak publicly. Obviously, he retired as we're recording this yesterday. It's all real and everything. Spencer's retirement is effective Monday, February 23rd. Meanwhile, Xbox president Sarah Bond, long thought by many both inside and outside of Microsoft to be Spencer's heir apparent, has resigned. The new CEO of Microsoft Gaming will be Asha Sharma, currently the president of Microsoft's CoreAI product. Finally, Xbox Game Studios head Matt Booty is being promoted to Chief Content Officer and will work closely with Sharma. I just want to say Shawarma when I read her name. Sharma is a former VP of Product and Engineering at Meta and former Instacart COO, who is also a board member of Home Depot. It's
quite the rap sheet.
She joined Microsoft in 2024. In her email to Microsoft staff, she wrote in part, quote, as monetization and AI evolve and influence this future, we will not chase short-term efficiency or flood our ecosystem with soulless AI slop. Games are and always will be art crafted by humans and created with the most innovative technology provided by us. I hope people are keeping notes with where I think this is going to end up. Sarah Bond joined Xbox in 2017 following a stint as an executive at T-Mobile. This after both her parents worked in the telecom industry as Xbox's corporate VP of Biz Dev and Partnerships. Couldn't you just write business development? I've never seen Biz Dev as one word. She became corporate VP of game creator experience and ecosystem after that, before being named president of Xbox in 2022. Xbox was named the head of Xbox in March of 2014 when he was tasked with writing a ship that made a number. We know all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Spencer's time running Xbox will probably most be remembered for Microsoft's $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard King in 2022, which took almost 2 years to achieve regulatory approval from various agencies around the world. Do you think he retired?
I believe. No. I think there's more to it. But
I saw stuff on Twitter that, like, I guess Greg was saying on Kind of Funny Games Daily or something, or Gamecast or whatever, that, like, I don't think he retired. I think he was, and people were like posting like this. Oh, Greg Miller thinks he was pushed out, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Of course he was pushed out. Why is this like, because Greg Miller said it? It's like, wow, I didn't think about that. You were in charge when you bought this $70 billion company that has not gone so great yet. So, also, Phil Spencer was retiring. Sarah Bond, quote unquote, resigned. That's another thing that I put in quotes there because I don't believe that. One thing that is true, though, is Matt Booty got promoted to Chief Content Officer of Xbox. I have never heard anybody say anything good about this guy. It's like, I don't know if he's just a professional ass kisser or what, but like people that have worked in the industry and stuff, like he doesn't know what he's doing. Like Spencer knew what he was doing more than Booty did. Also, remember, Spencer just said in July that he, quote, isn't retiring anytime soon. 6 months later, he retired. Also, this is I didn't even think about this, but I saw somebody write this. This is Xbox's 25th anniversary is coming up in November, October, whenever the first system came out. He's been at Xbox the entire time it's existed, and he's just going to peace out before the 25th anniversary celebration and Halo campaign involved and all that. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Asha Sharma, previously she was over CoreAI at Microsoft. She was the new gaming CEO. Asha said this about Matt Booty. I promoted Matt Booty in honor of this commitment. He understands the craft and the challenges of building great games, has led teams that deliver award-winning work, and has earned the trust of game developers across the industry, end quote. Not from what I've heard from people in the industry. Not what I've heard, like people telling me. I'm just saying things I read. Asha on AI, blah, blah, blah. I already read that part. She also promised, quote, a renewed commitment to console, end quote. But then she also said nothing's changing with them going multi-platform and everything. Not only this, now I saw this today. The Xbox co-founder, Seamus Blackley, said, quote, Xbox, like a lot of businesses that aren't the core AI business, is being sunsetted. Sunsetted or sunset? This is
sunsetted.
But did you pet it? I petted the dog or I pet the dog?
Well, but sunset was never really meant to be a verb. So once you make it into a verb, then I don't know.
They don't say that, but that's what's happening. I expect that the new CEO, Asha Sharma, I don't know how to say her name. It could be Asha. I don't know. Her job is going to be as I don't know this word, palliative care doctor who slides Xbox gently into the night. Do you know that word? I've never seen that word. I think it basically
means
put them in hospice.
The end of life care, basically. Like,
she has nothing to do with video games. She's been at Instacart, all this stuff. Part of me does feel bad for Phil Spencer, although, I mean,
he sucks.
No one in his entire orbit will ever have to work a day in their life, so I think he'll do fine. He was the one that did Game Pass. That hasn't worked out. He was the one that wanted Activision Blizzard for $70 billion. That definitely hasn't worked out. I will say the ZeniMax Bethesda thing probably turned out as well as it could for spending $7 billion on something. I just didn't expect this, and I do think with this chick being all AI, with everything she's done at Microsoft, even though she's been there for 2 years, it does seem sus, as the kids would say.
I don't see anything positive for Xbox coming out of this, which is saying a lot coming from, taking over for Spencer. I think this is a step in the wrong direction. Now, I say that PlayStation is kind of in shambles as well, so I'm not being all fanboy here. This does not... I don't know. I don't see this. This isn't going to go the way you think it is.
I thought Matt Booty was the producer of the Xbox arcade game Quest for Booty. It's not your beauty, it's Shabooty. What was that from? It's not your beauty, it's your booty.
I have no idea.
I don't know. I think Xbox is fucked. I really do. Now, I saw this one video clip going around today that wasn't from the Seamus Blackley fella. It was from somebody else. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was basically saying, this is it for hardware. Xbox is done. We'll see. They've talked a lot about the next gen hardware and all this stuff. I think that will probably still come out. But man, I also Sarah Bond, all I can think of when I see her is Office Space and what would you say you do here?
I'm gonna let you know it ain't your booty, it's your beauty.
Oh, it was the other way around. Oh, it's next Friday. It's next Friday. That was Mike Epps. Oh, that was Day Day. It's not Jim Booty. It's Shabooty. Beauty. I got it wrong. I don't know what she does. There was an article that came out from Tom Warren on The Verge that basically said, like, the Xbox Play Anywhere, this is an Xbox, all that stuff. That was all Sarah Bond.
Really?
Now, I've seen a lot of people come out and be like, this reads like somebody at Microsoft was just feeding you. And Tom Warren knows what he's doing and stuff. So I don't really think he would just be lied to and just take it at face value. But yeah, people have been throwing her under the bus. I don't know. I think Xbox is cooked. Yeah. And like you said, it's not like Sony's doing much better now either. And the industry is better if Sony has a real competitor. Obviously, Nintendo's a competitor, but it's like they are playing.
They're playing two different games.
Yeah, there's baseball and there's basketball.
Yeah.
Both are great games. Both are really great sports and fun to play and all that, but they are completely different at this point. They've always been completely different. I stretch too far with the analogy, but you know what I mean. I don't know. I think they're cooked. That's it, Sean.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for episode 398 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. We thank you all so much for watching. We'll be back next time. But until that time, Sean, go ahead and take us out.
Thank you for playing.